Well, good morning everyone. It's Sunday. You know what that means. For me, a bit of a somber one today because it is the last recording we're going to be doing on the PS4 for a while. A little sad, a little somber about it, but it's all going forward to the PS5 from here on in. And hopefully you enjoy the PS5 stuff as much as I enjoy this stuff on the PS4. So, which one we're going to do today out of the two bottom ones? Well, we're going to do Standedge Struggle. We're going to take a Class 40 from Ravensthorpe and we're going to Stalybridge with it. And it's got to go up Standedge Summit. And anyone who knows Standedge Summit knows it's a struggle. Grab me a ticket, get in line. We'll see you with Simon on the other side of this, folks. Well, because you didn't see that bridge, did you? I mean, it is a fairly recognisable bridge here in north of England.
Well, soon to be.
Soon to be, yes, because it's all change here. We've just got to wait for some clearance. It is Wednesday, folks, even though the intro said Sunday. We're bringing this just for this week.
It's about over 40 minutes long.
It is. It's well over 40 minutes long. But that's only because we're about to embark on a heavy train up the Transpennine. Can we have the front camera?
Yes, I was.
There we go. We're waiting for that.
I think he's going towards Kirkgate.
He is going towards Kirkgate. That is the light to Kirkgate.
Oh, that is so Derek there.
Oh!
Station building.
Oh! Two!
The two 40s.
Yes, we've got 40044 and 40181.
Those buildings do look like they need to be demolishing.
They do.
Unfortunately, they have. Because this is Ravensthorpe Station, and yes, it doesn't look like that today.
It doesn't. I think we may want to be quiet in a second because I think we're going to hear a lot of noise.
A lot of crash.
A lot of crash. We're going to wait for the brakes to charge though. Just give it a minute.
They need to be released.
Just give it a minute.
I want to release them now.
And I told you to just give it a minute. We are holding 1,500 tons of fuel. Careful throttle movement. Apply over 40% throttle to get going. I've got no problem doing that. Right, come on! Come on! Come on, little 40. He doesn't want to do it. There we go. It's trying. You can see it. It is trying. Trying its little socks.
With the backwards they get a bloody move on.
It is. They're certainly trying, aren't they? That woman's just arrived. Aha! There we go.
And then we get bowled by Class 101.
Two of them. Fuck off! Fuck off the
I'm guessing
101.
that's the Huddersfield Leeds commuter train.
That would probably be Victoria. Remember this route is Victoria to Leeds.
I think it's actually what it was to go from Victoria to Leeds. I think it's more like Huddersfield Leeds on their stopping service.
Okay.
I don't know, but this during its heyday.
Yeah, give me a second, I've got to put some sand down.
Oh yeah.
Got to put some sand down to try and get some power moving on this heavy duty load that we have got.
But this was one route that people like back in the day, like the 80s, when they used to go and get photos of locos.
Oh, because this was loco all heaven back then, wasn't it?
Yes.
I mean, you had the 47s, the 45s, the 40s, and anything else that
Popped up.
strayed in this area. What we passing there? Is that a 47?
Yeah, that looks like a 47.
That looks like a 47. On the on the Transpennine Express, that'll probably end up somewhere like Newcastle or Scarborough. Simon's Class 101 Huddersfield. Hey up, lad. Whip it!
Yeah, see, that's what I want to say there. Mind you, there's one coming from there.
Yeah. Actually, that looks like it has its red lights on. Is that red lights or white lights?
White. Oh, Blackpool, North York.
There you go.
So yeah.
Thank you.
There you go.
Apologies now.
There's something you don't see every day.
Apologies now.
Why would you say the Class 1 of Blackpool North to Leeds though?
Why wouldn't you? It's the obvious question to that. Why wouldn't you? I mean, here we are. We're still we're going to be paying a lot of attention to this sander here, folks. Yeah, look at this. I mean, we're seeing these images here on Flickr. I see 45. That's Hebden Bridge. No, not that one.
That one.
That
yeah.
one there. That's Hebden
Parcel
Bridge.
Straight,
Yeah. 37.
56.
Whoa, 56s as well.
What's that? Oh, that's Hebden Bridge.
That's Hebden Bridge too. What we got? We got 45s, 37s, 56s. A lot of Hebden Bridge. Well, you got
a coal tank.
And a coal tank, yeah. That'll do well for the environment. Green Whistler. That's a recent one. No, it's not.
No, that's the 86.
Keighley. This whole area, North York, sorry, Western North Yorkshire. This was Loco Hall Heaven, though, wasn't it?
Local Hall Heaven.
I mean, look at that one shot. Not that shot. That shot.
York Stabling Yard.
The York Stabling Yard. You've got 37s, 20s, 47s. There's a 45 in the background, and a church.
That might be a 46.
Is that 46?
No, it might be a 45. Yeah.
He wanted to peak.
Well, there's a good one at Huddersfield.
Oh.
He got Huddersfield.
See, I know. I always say, if you had a time machine, what era would you go back to? And we always say we want to go back to a steam era, say like somewhere like Southall or Clapham Junction in the steam eras. But
this era's also good.
A Transpennine in the 80s with the 45s, the 47s, the 40s.
And I think in the final days, in the early 80s, I think a Deltic was doing Transpennine Express services as well.
Now, that does make sense because there is often at the end of it's not being done this year unfortunately, but they always do a Deltic into Liverpool Lime Street as a way of saying, well, look, this was how it this is how it ended. So let's recreate that. Coming through Burfield Station right about now, I'd say.
I think Burfield is also the start where the Leeds Blue Line started.
Yeah.
Standedge line. I've been watching that series from eventually on YouTube.
Oh yeah.
Just go good locations.
There is. There's some very very good locations. We can't deny that.
They probably don't show me a Delta where I want it.
Maddie's trying to find Deltic at Huddersfield. Man's got 50s at Huddersfield, but not Deltic. Is that Huddersfield? Is that Victoria? That's Victoria, but that's got to be going to Huddersfield, isn't it?
Evolution to the car lockout.
Oh right, okay. So that's going nowhere near Huddersfield. How unfortunate is that? Oh dear me. Anyway, we got some speed going now. 45 miles an hour at this peak.
See, the only ones you see is like on their heritage.
Yeah, heritage.
Beltor.
It'd be nice to see one back in the day. I think that is probably about as close as you're going to get, isn't it? That's 55 Liverpool Lime Street. Man will do anything to find a Deltic in this era. 2012.
No, that's Tupelo. There. Well, Lime Street, that's in the early 80s.
That's not the 80s.
81.
Oh, 81.
Yeah.
Oh, there we go. So there you go. Deltics have been known to stray. We
Oh,
can
there's
now.
a bear one.
Oh, it's a bear one.
1305 to York.
1305 to York. Anyone recognise the fan club?
Definitely tell that's the 80s.
Oh yeah.
Root trolleys. Anyway,
But wouldn't that just have been good? I mean, I would have loved to go back to the 80s, do a Deltic from Liverpool Live Street. I guarantee you, Simon, I guarantee you.
there you go, December 23rd, 1981. Deltic did the 850 from York to Liverpool Live Street. That would have used the Transpennine route.
I guarantee you that Deltic would have sounded nice in Edge Hill tunnels. It would have had to have sounded nice. And not only that, then after Edge Hill tunnels, that would have sounded great.
Coming into Huddersfield because there's some tunnels there.
And Morley, don't forget Morley.
Morley. Coming out Morley.
Exactly, I think we're coming through Dayton now. We're too busy looking at our control. Yeah, it's Dayton. With local stoppage service sitting there doing the combined total of nothing. Don't get me started on them 101s. Oh, I should point out this is also the penultimate scenario on the Transpennine route.
The last one.
No, the next time we do the Transpennine will be the last scenario.
Ah.
And
they need more DLC for this. But
I don't think they concentrate on the older routes now as much as they should, because it's all about the newer stuff. I mean, you saw a few weeks back we had the Boston Sprinter route. We're expecting Dresden, the Dresden route any moment, and still to come the Brighton Main Line.
mind you though, they still want to put the Class 313 for the East Coastway, do they?
They still do, but they need to sort out some shit first. And I mean, they need to sort out some shit.
That's for the ramp for the Boston Sprinter. Yeah?
Yeah, that's for the Boston Sprinter a few weeks ago. Well, for me and him, we're recording it tomorrow, but for you guys, you saw it last
A few weeks ago.
a couple of weeks back. Yeah. Don't get me wrong, having done the route, it's a nice route. The only problem, I've got one problem with that route. This doesn't come from the rant that happened. This comes from my own personal feeling. There's no train for the full route again. There's nothing for the full. They've done the full route from Boston to Staunton.
Oh, you mean like a scenario?
Yeah, you have to do it in the timetable. But there is nothing for the Acelia Express to go from Boston south to Providence. Absolutely nothing.
We're about to head into Huddersfield.
We are, and we're speeding. Because you know what? I just want to. I did this scenario. This is actually the second run through. Because the first run through I did it on the PS4. This is on the PS5. The first run through I crawled through Huddersfield. And it because we've still got the worst part to come yet. You think it's all roses and that right now, but we gotta go through Standedge, and that's a steep incline. So we are going to carry as much speed as we can through Huddersfield. Yes, we're getting the penalty. We're not getting any action
Huddersfield
points.
does look good.
It does look good, yeah. We're not getting action points for it, but we just want to get the speed up as much as we can so that we can actually take on Standedge Summit.
Is that before Slakeway? Slough, I mean.
We're gonna have a word with these pronunciations, aren't we? To me, it's spelled Slaithwaite.
Yeah.
That is Slaithwaite.
But the Northerners call it Slowett.
But I don't care what the normalists say. To anyone who's normal, and it is on the screen right now how it's spelled. To anyone normal, it's slave weight. You have no argument for that. Oh yes, we're looking for. You know what we're looking for?
There we go.
There we go. We need cab lights to see. Because this sander here, now that we're going up a 1% grade, is going to be king. We've got to keep this sander going because you're about to hear these two class 40s do some work. The work, as they say, begins here. How long does it normally take someone to go from Stalybridge to Huddersfield? About 15 minutes?
Yeah. Not here.
Not here. Yeah, because if I'm right, there's 4 stations between Huddersfield and Stalybridge, isn't there?
Yeah.
Now I've got to try and do these in the right order. I'm going to do this from Stalybridge. There's Marsden.
No, not the first one.
Not the first. It was Marsden, the first one to the other side.
No, Marsden's the second one from Huddersfield. You've got Slakewaite first or Slough,
Yeah.
then Marsden,
Yeah.
and there's 2 more stations.
There's Green Folds or Green Bank.
No, Greenfolds is Scotland.
Green Folds is Scotland. There's Green something though, isn't there?
It's Greenfield.
Yeah, I think it's Greenfield too. And then there's a 4th station where that waterfall is.
No, Waterfall's Marsden.
Oh, the waterfall's Marsden.
I would like to go to that area, but the problem is there's not many 68s on that part of both.
I know, and that's the really annoying thing, isn't it?
They're keeping them on the Scarborough York Shoals.
But they're only keeping one set on it. It can only be one set. There is no way in hell it's 2 sets. If it's 2 sets, I'm surprised. Simon is now going
I'll
to
have to check that one. Yeah.
Simon is going to check in.
I think he needs 2 sets. You get the odd one coming through Manchester, but I'm the only odd one.
Yeah, you do. Simon's just checking it.
Yeah, I do.
Because a lot of the let me just put that there.
Yeah, it's hourly service, and it's about an hour.
So they've got to have more than one set. So there's the 68 set. We don't know which loco's working it.
That's 12 o'clock, and you get there at 12:51, so you can't have one on an hour.
So what's working the reverse then?
185.
185s.
And 2 o'clock is.
That again, but you don't know which loco it is.
And 3 o'clock is another 68.
Oh, so there are more than 168s.
That's got to be 185, yes. So they've
Yeah.
got three trains operated York Scarborough.
Ow! I just stabbed my foot into the table that's holding the microphone
You've only
stand.
got Liverpool Scarborough, Leeds Scarborough, Little Manchester, Dilly Scarborough. Probably like going to be your best bet for. You've got to be by the way, it's Greenfield and Mossley.
That's it, Mossley. So it's Mossley, Greenfield, Marsden, Slaithwaite, and then Huddersfield.
Yeah.
So we're climbing all the way to Marsden, I assume. Gotta be.
That's Manchester Piccadilly Scarborough.
It's a Piccadilly Scarborough. Hey, and that's got to go through.
I'll just tell you the numbers there, so.
Does it?
Still 12 o'clock again, so that's 68025.
Yeah.
So.
Sorry, folks, we're using real-time trades here to help us out here.
That's 185.
Yeah. So then there's 1T35. It should be
020.
right. So I assume then 1T37 is 025 again.
22.
Oh, 22.
There's actually
There's 4 sets.
Unless they're doing a swap. Must be doing a swap. I don't know, that's interesting.
That is interesting. It's really complicated over there at the moment. Because then comes the even more complexity that they're going to start cascading them away from the Scarboroughs, if I'm right.
Onto the red car services.
Onto the red car services to make a new service to Saltburn. That's going to be interesting to hear that on that train. Welcome aboard this first Transpennine Express. That is how it sounds. If you've ever been on the TPE service, they sound so monotone, it's unbelievable. It's a welcome aboard this first Transpennine Express service to Scarborough. We'll be calling at Huddersfield. No, sorry, Stalybridge, Huddersfield, Lee. And she runs them off at a rapid rate.
You said Scarborough, not Saltburn.
Yeah, I was using Scarborough as the example because it's at the moment it's Scarborough.
Welcome aboard this Transpennine Express service to Saltburn.
Yeah, exactly. That doesn't sound right, does it? But then again, when the Red Car Central service started, that didn't sound right.
It was like, yes, they're going to red car, but it's only like an extra 10 minutes.
Exactly.
They just extended it an extra 10 minutes.
And when you ask Transpennine, why have you done that? It's to offer the people of Red Car an alternative service.
But I'll tell you what, right, I went to red car about 7 o'clock in the morning from Middlesbrough one day.
Yeah?
Nobody on it.
Oh, dear me.
Mind you, that was an early morning service.
If that isn't a big middle finger to society, I don't know what is. Hi, we've brought in a new service, come use us. Only one person using it. And it's a real enthusiast as well.
You want to do some film at Red Car Central.
We want to do some filming at Red Car Central.
It was the only time to put it in. Anyway.
Exactly, yes. But no, you got to think with that Saltburn service, where's it going to call at? And will it be regularly Saltburn?
Well, Saltburn, there's a load of like little stops between, so I would say Saltburn, Red Car Central, Middlesbrough.
So you think it's only all they're going to do with this 68 local haul service is extend it through from Red Car to Saltburn just to...
There's stations between.
I know the stations between, obviously, because hi, we have the Tees Valley on the LC.
Yes.
What's he looking for? Here we go.
Here's all the stations listed here. Like Saltburn, you've got
Mask, Longbeck and Red Car East. That's it.
Longbeck's a good location.
Is it?
We try it in the day though, because I tried it in the night.
Right.
Red Car East, Red Car Central. Maybe stop at Red Car East, but I'm not too sure.
No, I don't think he will.
They won't stop at South Bank, because that's more industrial, that is.
Is it?
Yes. I can show you South Bank.
Well, I can attest to the fact that it's industrial, definitely. That is something we can definitely attest to as we go over this lovely viaduct. I don't know if we've gone through Green Bank yet. We may have gone.
There's one end of South Bank Station.
Yeah.
Then there's
Middlesbrough itself.
although after Red Car Central there's British to Red Car, but no one's stopping at the moment.
No one's stopping there.
That station.
Here's a station. Now, which one's this one?
This is Slowett or Slaithwaite.
So this is Slaithwaite.
Yeah.
Are you definitely sure this is
Yes,
Slaithwaite?
because it's a staggered platform. That is definitely Slaithwaite or Slowett.
Cool. You can see we're crawling here with 1,500 tons of aviation fuel will do this to you. It's all about, now, before we go into the segment that he's paid for, it's all about tractive force, because you've got 1,500 tons trying to pull you one way.
Science with Ian.
You're not going to do a bloody logo for that, are you?
Maybe.
What, is he gonna? It's gonna be me with a laboratory, my face stuck on a laboratory experiment or something. I'm gonna be up there wobbling my neck up like this, like head wobbling up there.
Or maybe like a logo like Side with Gold, we don't know.
We don't know yet. You've got 1,500 tons of aviation fuel pulling you one way, and you've got these two locos pulling the other way. Eventually, something has to give, and X has got to be greater than Y to propel Y up the incline. But Y will still try and bring you the other way.
Yeah.
And that was science with Ian. Anyway, we haven't done any of this here. You can hear how the forces are doing. Look at that. There we go. We'll go behind the second one here. Now is this Marsden?
Marsden is the next one, yeah.
Yeah, Marsden should be the next one. Look at that view. Look at that view as we're coming through West Yorkshire. I tell you what I've just noticed as well. I used to see the Stalybridge.
Yeah, they're like,
it's like they're glitching out or something. What the hell? This is why I'm not moved over to PS5 yet. Because I know that
they don't do that.
PS5 is apparently a lot smoother. What I should say, sorry, we are on the PS5 console, but it's still the PS4 base game that's transferred over. There is a new PS5 version of Transpennine 2 that I am more than happy to download for free. It just comes with one problem.
That is,
I have to start Transpennine 2 all over again.
but they are working on that.
They say they're working on it.
They're still waiting for that update for the...
At the time of this record, we're still waiting for that update to try and sort out the fact that patch 1.43 brought out.
which you heard in the Boston Sprint rant.
Which you heard in the Boston Sprint rant. Trust me, I'm gonna need plenty of fluid for that. Because that is going to be a rant, and that is going to be a rant and a half. I'll probably put a card up in the corner, so if you haven't seen the Boston Sprinter route yet, go and check it out, because I promise you, you don't want to miss that. And if you did miss it, why did you miss it?
And that rant is not going to be in Sprint.
Yep. Oh, no.
It's going to be like a 10-minute rant, isn't it?
Well, put it this way, the whole video was 30 minutes. Do not be surprised if the whole video is 30 minutes of me ranting, and there's you at the end. Time to trade for Sheldon.
No!
Exactly.
1 second of trade for Sheldon.
1 second of trade with Sheldon. And speaking of, as we're approaching Marsden, I think this is going to be Marsden around the corner here. I actually know when we'll approach Marsden. Isn't Marsden a sort of staggered platform in itself?
Not really, actually, it's a food platform.
That's what I mean. It's free platform, so staggered. So why did I say staggered?
But after the platform, it's got that nice waterfall.
It does, and that's why we're out here to try and see that waterfall down in the...
Oh yeah, you definitely see that.
I've just noticed, look at the trees. Do they not look monotonous with the snow on them? Not these ones here, the ones behind it. It's almost like they've not been done.
It's like what I was thinking to myself when I went to one.
See, look at these trees coming up here, and those trees behind it look the exact same thing.
Like what I was thinking to myself when I went to a Mission Station in Scotland.
Yeah.
Should the winter time, you can see looking down the platform in the winter time, some of the trees away.
It does. That's an issue, isn't it?
I think this is the approach to Marsden. That's sort of signal going to the other side.
Aha, lovely. So hopefully, is it going to be on our left or on our right?
Left.
Left. Hopefully as we go through, because I believe once we go over Marsden, past Marsden, we're over the Standedge summit, and then it's all downhill from here. Yeah, let's put that back on the 40s.
Oh well, where are we going to?
Stalybridge. Now this ain't like the East Coast Way last week. where we were going to Brighton and they terminated us. This is a straight up.
Here's Marston.
Here's Marsden. This is a straight up. We started at Ravensthorpe. We're going to Stalybridge.
And here's Marston.
I haven't done any of the stations on that route either. But I think you want to wait until Transpennine get back close to the day.
Yeah.
Because when they do, good lord, you've got the 185s to the Middlesbrough from here, and the holes. You've got the 68s and the Stalybridge, and then you'll have the Dover rollers.
Over one to Newcastle.
Dover one to Newcastle. Plus any odd Edinburgh service.
There is a consultation happening at the moment with a lot of TOCs.
Yes.
Because they want to give passengers, like ScotRail done just released one a couple of days ago, proposing services for May 2022.
I think we've gone in because of the tunnel that's coming up here.
Yeah.
I tell you what, we're over the summit.
Should see.
Give me the old.
There's the waterfall.
Now, whereabouts is it? Or do you not see it from this view? You had to be outside to see it.
No, the waterfall was just there.
Oh, was it just there?
Yeah. Did you see that bridge with water?
All right. Oh, that was a bridge.
Yeah, it goes over a bridge, that waterfall.
Oh. See, now I didn't know that. I actually thought we were actually looking for a man-made a man-made waterfall. I honestly thought that was what we were looking for. Yeah, there's going to be plenty. It's probably one of the most popular locations on there, isn't it?
It is. Let's show you castles.
Oh, Simon. Oh, fantastic. Someone has finally come to your defence, Simon.
Yeah.
With your contract negotiations. I'll comment, Mr. Vohall here. Way to throw Sheldon under the train. They love you. They do. I can honestly tell you, they all love you.
I see it.
But you would want to go there because you want.
Yeah.
I assume though you'd want an hour there. Would you not?
I've just seen it as well.
Oh, isn't that annoying when you go to look for something, you can't find it, and then you see it?
But I've just changed the bloody thing.
When you've changed the bloody thing, now he's got to find it
There
again.
it is.
There it is.
That's the view from the top and back.
I did not know. I honestly thought that was per people. But that bridge before the tunnel is a waterfall.
It's like a mini waterfall over.
It is.
So you can actually get a good view there. You can get a good view of this hill.
Yeah.
That's the place I want to go to. So have a look at this.
And presumably you'd want an hour there, because not only would you want
Actually, the problem is, if I want an hour there, I would have to set a tripod up for that.
would you? And not use RTT?
I would use RTT, but I would also set up a tripod.
I understand that, no problem. But
yeah, that's
gorgeous.
I think you get a good view there, looking that way.
Yeah.
You can get a good view of the hill. There though, I think I need to find some steps. But yeah, you can get.
That I can also say that's gorgeous.
And that's a place I want to go to for a very long time.
And like I said, presumably you'd want an hour there, because not only would you want to get the 68 local hole there, you'd probably want to end up with a Nova shot going through there, and you probably also want to get a 185 through there. You may not even need
Freight trains.
and freight trains as well. You may not even need an hour, you may only need 30 minutes, depending on when you go. You may not even need 30 minutes, maybe. They probably all be done in the flash of 10 minutes.
Probably have an hour there, but then you've got to think about walking up there, walking back.
Yes, that is another thing. Anyway, now that we're over the summit, shall we do it?
Yes.
Yes.
I wanted to do after Marston.
He wanted to do it after Marsden, because he's only got Bosley and Greenbank to go. Greenfield and Bosley. He doesn't really care about them. So it is time, ladies and gentlemen, at the 34-minute mark into the video for everyone's favourite shape. I know you all love it. You'll all be probably screaming, we want merch with this logo on as well. And if you want merch with logo, I'll get our editing department on it and we'll start selling merch with everyone's favourite comedy segment on it. Trains with Sheldon. Just as we came out of the tunnel.
Is that why you paused it, basically?
No, I actually didn't know the tunnel was coming. I was looking at you when that was going on.
I think I was trying to photo on that.
You were trying to photo on that.
So, Class 40.
Yes.
They were built between 1958 to 1962. There was about 200 of them produced. They were built by the English Electric Vulcan Foundry, 180 of them, and Robert Stevenson of Hawthorne, about 20 of them.
So what was the difference between the two?
Nothing really. I think it's just because they were guessing they were overfilled with the work of the Vulcan Foundry, so they just sent some of the work over to another company just to get them done.
But do we know which ones were built where? So can we say, because we've got a few 40s that are preserved, if we went to go and see 4145, could we say, oh, 4145 was built here?
They usually say.
Yeah, I did see where it was in the preservation area. It says, there you are, it says builder. No, across couple. There you are. The big long one that says builder. Oh, there we go.
Oh yeah, so
he's found it eventually, folks.
So there's a fair bit built in Vulcan Foundry. They usually, I think, have them on the side plates as well.
Yes, that would be.
That one, not there though.
But anyway, back to Trains with Sheldon.
Yeah.
We were talking about the 40s. They were dotted all over the country, weren't they?
Up north, yeah, like Gateshead, Haymarket, that's Scotland. Gateshead, Newcastle.
Healy Mills, would that be
West Yorkshire.
West Yorkshire. Kingmore's Carlisle.
Yes.
Longside Manchester. Springs is Wigan, and York is York.
Yeah.
And then onwards with the depot withdrawn. Where was the depot withdrawn?
When was that? That was in 1974, those allocations.
Ah.
About 7 preserved, a lot of them were scrapped. They started being withdrawn, well, one got withdrawn in 1967, the rest got withdrawn between 1976 and 1988. They're nicknamed Whistlers because of their sound.
Yes, if you've ever been next to a Class 40, they sound like...
One of these locos actually was...
Oh, now you're going to get a history lesson. Not only do you get Trains with Sheldon, you're going to get a history lesson. Because I know what you're about to say here, aren't you? Was one of them involved in the Great Train Robbery?
One of these Class 40s was involved in the Great Train Robbery in 1963.
Yes.
D326 later 4126.
Okay.
Basically, it stopped at a false red light at Cheddington. I think it was Ronnie Briggs, was it?
It may have been Ronnie Briggs. It says there, you can check. He doesn't want to. There you go.
Ronnie Briggs.
Oh, Ronnie Briggs. Okay.
I was close.
You were close.
But him and his gang basically just robbed the train and beat the hell out of the driver in the second bout, which was uncalled for.
That was uncalled, but Money will do.
We won't talk about that because I think that is a sensitive subject.
Yeah. Money will do.
Yeah. That happened just north of Cheddington on the 8th of August 1963.
Yeah, a little place called Leadburn, which is.
I think it's just where Leadburn Junction was.
Yes, that would be about.
But I won't talk in too much into that because that today is still like a sensitive subject.
It is, even though I believe a lot of the gang have since passed. In fact, I remember this actually because this was on the news. They were covering Ronnie Briggs's final few moments, and apparently, and this is only from the news, this is not been confirmed by anybody, but Ronnie Briggs always maintained he never had anything to do with it. And then on his deathbed, his last words were, "Yeah, I did it." And then he died. Knowing that he was going to die anyway, he just admitted it, and then...
Is this Greenfield?
That's probably Greenfold. If it's not there, it's Marsden. It's one of the two. Knowing that he was never going to be convicted for it, he just blurted it out and then basically died.
And if you go to platform 12 at Crewe Station, there is actually a plaque about that as well.
The Great Train Robbery?
Yeah, because I think the driver, I want to say second man, but I think...
By the way, if anyone has noticed, now that we're over the Standedge summit, we're cruising down this hill. We'll be in Stalybridge before you know it. That's one thing that we will see.
Yeah, because the train driver, I think they usually had a second man at the time. Or
yeah, a lot of the hello, what we got here? A power station. I've never noticed this power station before.
Although there is like a... maybe a bit further down actually.
May have been, not sure. But, yeah, no, I mean, knowing that he's never going to be convicted of it, he then blurts out he did it. Kind of out of order, but you know what? I mean, they're made off with what, about £2.5 million? Something like that. Which, in today's money, £2.5 million is probably getting up there towards 20.
Oh, it doesn't really say much on it, really. Yeah, you go to platform 12 at...
I actually remember seeing that plaque now. I do remember seeing that plaque. There's even a loco dedicated to him as well, isn't there?
Even I've been there in the pictures.
You're in the picture!
I'm there!
Bloody hell, yes you are!
I did film that actually.
You did? What was that? This is not 1963. There.
2014.
2014! You've not changed a bit.
No.
You're still every bit as ugly. Right, I think we're coming up to Stalybridge now. So, not only have you had trains with Sheldon, you've had a history lesson as well, you've had science with Ian. You've had everything.
If we put you asleep, I do apologise.
No, you'll have put them to sleep. I'll have kept them entertained. Actually, no, I'll have put them to sleep. You'll have kept them entertained. That is actually. Hold on, Mr. Volhall. That's actually in his contract. He has to keep them entertained, otherwise he loses his job. Oh, we are coming up to contract negotiations, aren't we? Because your contract doesn't go past October, does it?
Do we have a contract negotiation now?
We've only got 3 minutes left.
I want everything.
You can have nothing.
I want something.
Deal. There you go. Hey, maybe in next week's.
To be honest though, those horror games are not really my kind of.
No, they're not. I mean, I get got good, and I'm not a horror player, so I can only imagine what would happen with him, especially if he sees.
By the time I do, I'll be off the fucking ceiling with the fan.
Oh dear me! I can only imagine his reaction to what would happen if he saw a maniacal teddy bear just jump on the screen and be like, "What the fuck?"
Yeah. Like, why the hell you did that, or sort of that. Like, you stupid teddy bear.
Yeah, you would be. Please spare a thought for me when I play Five Nights at Freddy's next at some point in October. Please have sympathy for
Why?
me.
Some of them are really cold ones.
Oh, we're going to play Five Nights at Freddy's. Oh, it doesn't start next week, it's the week after. We're having next week off bar 1 week. 1 day, sorry. And that's next Tuesday. We're going to release a Train Sim World 2, but a shorter one, just so that everything's all clean slate and
Caught up.
whatnot. Caught up, that's the word.
Bring it to
Yes, we'll pull into the siding here at Stalybridge. We've finally got here. Now, if this was the old PS4 version, this took 55 minutes. I've just knocked 10 minutes off everyone's time here. I don't know why it took that long. I'll tell you, of course, though, why it took that long, because we struggled up the hill. But external cameras, there's a 101 in the siding, and we have pulled it up just nicely. What do you say to that, Si?
brilliant.
Brilliant.
Obviously, it doesn't look like this now as such.
Yeah, we just got to set the brakes to full service, and we should be done. And in doing so, because we are done, as soon as we put all the brakes on, yep,
Gotta
set
get a
to
lovely
release.
shot.
Hopefully we get a lovely shot. No, we don't. We just get a shot of the brake handle. 30 likes on the video, guys.
Well, that breaks my heart.
It does break your heart, doesn't it? Don't go breaking his heart. Yeah, so we're playing... What are we playing tomorrow? Last of Us Part 2 tomorrow. We'll be back on Sunday with the TGV route. And then we'll be back on next Tuesday for the Munich to Augsburg route. And then you're not going to see Simon for a while.
I'm not here for October.
He's not here for October. He'll be here in spirit, but not mentally.